What's good, people? It is Tony the Savant and Dame Dollar in the first game versus the 76ers to open up the 2024-2025 season. Hit 6 of 12 threes. I think he had a 30-point performance that game, albeit the 76ers are without Joel Embiid and Paul George. They're still a little shorthanded over there. But Dame Dollar came out, started the season super hot, putting up big points, hitting big shots. And from that game, y'all, it's been a 4-game losing streak. Dame Dollar has only hit 6 of his 33 threes in these last 4 games. And he has looked like, I don't know, man, it may be time to hit the retirement button. Dame does not look like a championship player at all. And I don't know what they got going on right now in Milwaukee. But ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, please like the video, share the video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel as well. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel as I drop content daily, go live daily, stay very busy on the platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always intrigued to hear what y'all have to say about these topics. And ladies and sports fans and gentlemen, yes, we have to talk about Dame Lillard. Now, I wrote down some notes. Dude, forgive me, I'm a little jet lagged, just coming off vacation this last week. And so I'm got to get back into, sports journalist shape real quick. But I was watching the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Memphis Grizz last night, and I couldn't believe what I was watching. Honestly, Dame went 1 of 12 from the field. He ended the night with 4 points, shot 8% from the field, and on the defensive side, man, he couldn't stop he couldn't stop nothing. He couldn't stop a nosebleed. Ja Morant was putting on a show. I mean, if Ja wasn't razzling and dazzling, getting the points himself, he was diamond, finding players. Now, I don't want to put all of the Milwaukee Bucks I don't want to put all of their woes on Dame exclusively, but we got to start with Dame, because this dude is getting paid a lot of money. He forced his way out of Portland, talking about he wanted to be in a championship situation, which I've deemed the Milwaukee Bucks, as long as Giannis is healthy and in his prime, the championship window is open for the Milwaukee Bucks. But you got this dude, Damian Lillard, forcing his way out of Portland, gets into this situation and plays just as bad. You know what I mean? I don't know, even can we call it bad? Because he's putting up numbers. I remember I seen the game that he had against my Bulls. I think he put up 28, 30 points in that game too. But it's just a bunch of empty calories, and it's like Dame can get his buckets, but Dame does not stay defense. Every guard, including Kobe White, including Ja Morant, including Derek White, and who else? Drew Holiday over there with the Boston Celtics. Every guard that Dame, has guarded has gotten buckets. It's like he's getting buckets, but they also getting buckets. So they canceling out their one contribution that Dame has as being a prolific, scorer. But outside of that, man, defensively and just his body language, to me, it just says that it's over for Dame. And I know that he made a lot of fuss about wanting to go to Miami. He didn't get that. He's in pretty much the total opposite place of Miami, being in Milwaukee. I remember him last season talking about, him being lonely, which is crazy to me. Like, bro, I don't understand how you got all that bread, can't buy friends. At the end of the day, if you're that damn lonely, just buy you some friends. But he was also mentioning how, he's going through a divorce and doesn't get to see his kids and all that stuff, which I understand. But this is a professional realm. I can attest for me, being a professional, I go through family stuff, still got to show up to work. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. When you have a job to do, what's going on in your personal life? People expect productivity, especially when you're making the bucks that Dame Dollar got. No pun intended. But last night, that game versus the Memphis Grizzlies, it just told me a lot. I was not confident in this move from the jump when the Milwaukee Bucks made it. I said a long time ago, if the Bucks was able to find a way to keep Drew Holiday and They could have got rid of Chris Middleton, Brooke Lopez, excuse me. They could have got rid of Portis. They could have got rid of anybody except Giannis and Drew Holiday. And if you would have added Dame Dollar to that team, I would have had a lot more confidence in it. But you got rid of the second most important player, in my opinion, from that championship core with the Milwaukee Bucks. You get rid of him, he instantly goes to win a championship with his next team, and then you're stuck with this dude Dame Dollar getting blasted by the Indiana Pacers. I think that's who the Bucks lost to last year. So yeah, man, I just think it's over for Dame. And this is got to put some of the blame on Giannis too. You have to, because Giannis was the one talking about this team needs to make some moves, make some shakeups. Which I understand. He was anxious after winning that championship, but Giannis wants to be like LeBron James too much to me. Like honestly, I see too much of that. Trying to be LeBron. He want to slick play GM, and slick not take any of the blame for those moves. But this is one of these moves I gotta put onto Giannis, man. Because he was the one talking about they need to make some moves at a time. I would have said maybe now, yeah, if they wasn't making any moves and advancing back to the NBA Finals, something like that. I would have said now, yeah. Excuse me. You could probably have traded some guys and tried to rebuild that way, but the fact of the matter that when Giannis was boo-hooing and crying about making some trades or making some moves, it was at a time where I felt like the Milwaukee Bucks was still in it. They was constantly dealing with injuries, to Giannis included. So that kind of took away from some of their steam towards the postseason. But it's no accident that Drew Holiday gets traded and then immediately becomes a strong contributor to the next, his next team, which happens to be the Boston Celtics. Ends up helping them get them a championship in his first year, which, that's just confirmation to me that Drew still had a lot more in the tank and that he could have easily contributed to another championship run for the Milwaukee Bucks. But no, you get rid of him, and you keep injury-prone Chris Middleton. Respectfully, I think Chris Middleton is a decent basketball player, but the man stay injured. You keep Brooke Lopez, which, I guess he shoots some threes, but that's about it. And a little bit of defense. I don't want to take away from Brooke. I was just looking at the Milwaukee Bucks numbers, and they are a bottom 10 defensive squad. And really, Brooke Lopez is the only reason why they're even as high as they are, as far as his defensive contributions. But this is just bad. This is just bad 360. I don't see where the Bucks go from here. All I can really see happening from now is that Giannis gets a trade, and the Milwaukee Bucks will be back in purgatory where they have been long before the ascension of Giannis. And it all started with this Dame Dollar move, man. It all started the demise of the Milwaukee Bucks. When they write the story, it's going to start with this Dame Dollar trade because this dude is a proverbial loser. Excuse my language. He's a one-trick pony. If Dame ain't shooting 50-foot threes, and hitting them by some luck of the gods, excuse me, I'm a Christian, but I'm just saying, some luck that he gets from hitting those crazy shots. If he ain't doing that, then Dame is essentially nothing. He can't contribute anything to a basketball team, man. And it's sad to see, because everybody told me that he was top 75 and that Dame was on the same level as Steph Curry. Y'all remember those comparisons, the Dame Lillard, Steph Curry comparisons? Nah, this dude ain't nowhere near Chef. This dude is nowhere near top 75. I don't see how he got top 75 over Kyrie, Klay Thompson, Dwight Howard, the likes, these guys that actually have championships and accolades on their names. They told me that Dame was on that level, They told me that and that this was going to be a good move for the Milwaukee Bucks. I didn't see it then. Ain't seen it since. And I don't see it now. Another key stat that I think a lot of people weren't aware of is that, did y'all know that Doc Rivers and his tenure with the Milwaukee Bucks is 20-27? 20-27. 7 since they fired Adrian Griffin, who had this Milwaukee Bucks with Dame Lillard, the same Dame Lillard I'm talking about. He had this team at 30-13, and I believe when he was fired, they was either the first, second, they was in the top 3 seeds for sure. But at the same time, here we go, man. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. It's not broken. Don't fix it. And honestly, like I say, I think that Giannis deserves a lot more blame for all of this nonsense that's going on with the Milwaukee Bucks now, because they had a team. They had a core. They were just going through some of their lumps, some injuries, including to Giannis. And you just got to kind of sit through it. But this is what they get, man. But yeah, they lost to the Milwaukee Bucks 122-99. Not sure if I said that at the top of the video. And John Morant put on a freaking show. I think he had a triple double, like 26 points, 14 assists, or it may have been rebounds. Either one of the two. 14 assists and 10 rebounds. Pure triple double. Scottie Pippen Jr., I think he had a double double too. He was putting up numbers. Zach Edey, he's been impressive. He's really fitting into this this Memphis Grizzlies system. I like what the Memphis Grizzlies got, what they putting together as well. So we'll see, man. Another thing that's been hampering them is injuries as well. So we'll see if everybody can stay healthy and see how far they can go. But as far as these Milwaukee Bucks, man, and especially with the Boston Celtics playing the way they're playing, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. Dame, like I said, he looked decent against the 76ers. My Bulls end up beating. They gave the Milwaukee Bucks their first defeat of the season. Kobe White put up 35 on Dame Stovetop, and it's just been a loss, a nail after an L after an L since then. And Dame has been super trash. I'm trying to be diplomatic because I already flamed this dude up when they first made this trade. I thought that this was a very bad trade for the Milwaukee Bucks organization, and it has done nothing but manifested since then. But that's all I got for y'all on this video, man. Please like the video, share the video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel as well. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel as I drop content daily, go live daily. Stay very busy on the platform. And last but not least, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always interested to hear what y'all got to say about these topics. I am Tony the Savant. Peace.